What is up, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. This is Kate TV. I'm your host, Kate. Today, we're going to be watching this video I found on YouTube. People are going missing living homeless in America. I watched the first couple minutes of this and I thought, oh, we got to watch this on this channel. This is a very interesting phenomenon going on with the homeless population right now. I figured, we could have a little discussion about it, talk about it in the comments. Before I do that, if you like these kinds of videos and you like what I have to say, go ahead and hit that notification bell, subscribe, like, comment, share it, help your girl out so I can go ahead and get monetized on here and keep making videos for you guys, more often, hopefully. I ended up taking like the whole last week off because I just was so tired. I worked so much this week. But so yeah, it'd be nice if I could cut back on that so that I could do this more. So go ahead, help me out with all that. But let's go ahead and get into it. I'll stop chatting your ear off. Thanks for being here. I appreciate your watching.
Who am I here with?
My name's Jeremy, man.
Jeremy. What are you doing out here today by the library?
Just kind of hanging out, trying to see if I could find a friend of mine that I was hanging out with yesterday and we got separated and I haven't been able to find him or get a hold of him since yesterday. About this time yesterday.
Jeremy, do you currently find yourself homeless?
Yes.
What led you out here on the street?
My housing situation didn't work out and I came to Austin to go to rehab and went through the rehab program and things just didn't work out in the time I needed them to.
Can I see you without your glasses?
Sure.
Just so, because I see you have very beautiful eyes.
Thank you.
He does.
I think you can capture people with those eyes.
So inevitably, I ended up back out on the streets. Up until 2 weeks ago, I was clean for a year. I started using 2 weeks ago, but I'm not using real heavy. I'm using here and there. There's a lot of times when I'm out on the streets, I'll use to stay awake because
I got your 6.
Yeah, there's certain situations you don't want to go to sleep in. Right now with everything going on, dude, there's like people that we talk to that say or do the wrong thing the next day, and then you don't see them again. They just go missing. Like their flyers are up down at the resource center, down at Sunrise Navigation, and their families are looking for them, and these people just disappear out of the blue off the streets and are never to be seen again. Last night, me and my homeboy got into some shit and we had to split up and go our separate ways. Well, I haven't been able to see or get a hold of him since. And it's like hit and miss. I woke up this morning, had some text messages from him. So I hauled ass down here and now I can't get a hold of him at all.
Wow.
So you gotta constantly be on the lookout out here.
Yes. Or you've got to have a group of friends that are willing to look out for you. And really out here, it's a pretty cutthroat situation, man. Like this area is probably the safest area in all of downtown. And that's a lot to be said when just the other night while we were sitting up here sleeping, a dude got murdered right over there by that bush.
How many nights ago?
2 nights ago.
There was a fly on my head. Sorry.
For what?
We're not sure what he got murdered for. We heard it was over drugs, but then I've
gunshot, stabs, what?
Stabbed.
And it was this bush right here.
Yeah, that bush right there by that light pole.
That green bush right there. Out of a million green bush.
Yep.
Someone lost their life.
Yes.
Why is the tension so high in Austin right now?
Well, part of it is because the mayor of the city is trying regentrification for downtown, which oddly enough, they didn't want us in, like they didn't want the homeless people in the population of like spread out through Austin. So they tried to group all the resources and everything downtown. Like if you go out to South Austin and stuff and you're homeless, there is no water access anywhere else. All your water fountains and everything are downtown. All the food, all our resources are downtown. Now they don't want us here either. So 2 days ago when I decided to leave downtown at daybreak, 2 days ago, they brought in APD and state troopers on bikes and woke everybody up. And pretty much it was like Nazi enrollment of the Polacks. They took us down to Republic Square and told us they'd give us resources. Then they told us their resources are full while they stood there and made us stand beside our stuff and took our stuff and put it in a trash compactor. And then when we asked, well, what the hell are we supposed to do? Where the hell are we supposed to go? They told us they don't care. They changed the law into the first time you're caught sleeping or resting or sitting for more than 4 hours in a city spot in a public place, it's a warning. The second time's a ticket. The third time they're taking you to county jail. So, I mean,
Here's my question. I just want to interject for a second. How in the hell is anybody supposed to get ahead and get back on their feet, okay, from a situation like this when they're not allowed to sleep or rest? Can someone explain that to me? Um, what are they supposed to do? I don't know. I, I agree that letting them just run around, in the public square and just, occupy certain areas is not necessarily the best thing either. But we really can't come up with anything better, I'm confused about that. What about actually helping these people? That's an idea. I don't know.
they've made it illegal to be homeless without saying it's illegal to be homeless.
When
Mhm.
did they do that?
This started 2 days ago.
So that's the big transition. And they took a bunch of homeless people, collected them, so word gets out on the street.
Yeah. And a couple of my friends are missing right now. There's a dude that used to hang out up here with us. His name's Felix. Real good guy. Never hurt, bothered nobody, dude.
Big Red?
Huh?
Big Red?
Nah, young dude. We call him Legend, bro.
Leggy.
But we haven't seen him in 2 days.
And you think that's due to him getting snatched up by the government?
I do believe so. And then you see these black SUVs driving everywhere. They sit here all night long and watch us and shit.
I also want to say something about that. I frequently drive through an area of Wilmington, Delaware. Like I kind of go through the bad area to get to my friend's house, and you kind of can't avoid it. And I've noticed there are these black SUVs that sit there and they watch everybody. And I don't know that they help anybody or it doesn't seem like they really do anything to stop, the sale of fentanyl or any of that, but they just kind of sit and watch them. It's weird. I've noticed that. Obviously I don't sit there for a very long time. I kind of speed my way through because, it's kind of not the safest area, but I've just noticed that it's
So
black SUVs. Very interesting.
what is this in correspondence to?
We don't know. We don't know, dude. They give us food, and like a lot of people get sick from the food and shit, or saying there's stuff in it.
And you see Republic Square's
Hold on,
all
just
got
one
that all
moment,
that
pause.
construction
Yeah.
right there.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. My dog was barking at the other dogs. I didn't want her to disturb the broadcast, let's get back to it.
And now, like, it's weird. They took all the drug dealers out of Republic Square, but you can tell there's certain dudes they allowed to be there to peddle certain drugs. And the people that are getting them drugs are way fucked up. Like, bad. Like, out of their fucking mind fucked up. Hurting themselves, fucking trying to hurt other people, laying down here underneath the bridge, dying, disappearing.
So some drugs that are trying to get rid of people.
Yeah.
And this is, wow. I mean, this is groundbreaking news. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. What he's saying is very real. I've been doing this homeless coverage for a long time. As you guys know, for the last 2 months, I've been out here in the trenches with these, fine people. And what I've seen in real time is it's almost like a buildup, and then all of a sudden, the tension's high.
Yep.
And then the bubble just like popped.
Yep.
And people are, and like I said, I've seen people out here that lurk the same thing every day that are gone, and I don't know where they're at. You don't know where they've been. It's almost like they never existed.
Yep.
And they're just disappearing.
And then you get people, dude, that will be gone for 2 or 3 days, and they'll come back and they'll start acting different, and they won't. And we'll be like, well, where the hell were you? What were you doing? And they don't want to tell you. They don't want to tell you.
And again, I've noticed down when I drive through the areas of Wilmington, it's usually a lot of times it'll be like the same homeless people for a little bit, and then all of a sudden they're gone. I've noticed this as well. I didn't think that. I mean, I just thought maybe they were going somewhere else, but maybe they're really going somewhere else. Like maybe someone's taking them and like trafficking them or something. Like to me, this sounds like human trafficking to me.
So I don't know what they're doing or what the reasoning is behind it, but it's the same reason why, like,
how are you going to move different out here now?
How do I move different? Well, number one, I don't accept like food and water from most of these people out on the streets.
Wow.
Like,
Okay.
That's so scary. Can you imagine living on the streets? You already are down in your luck. You're already struggling, and you have these people offering you food and water, and you can't even trust that because they might be lacing it with something that's killing your friends, and that you're watching this happen. Wow. I, it's crazy too because it's unaffordable for many people to even have an apartment these days with the amount of money they have to pay for rent. And now they can't even rest on a park bench somewhere, you know? I don't know.
I go get my own shit. I'm self-sufficient that way. The drugs I get, I know a dude down in South Austin. I go away from here to get drugs. So like, I don't do the drugs that everybody else does. I go elsewhere to get drugs. But I've noticed all the drugs in downtown, even if it's people that trust each other, man, they're giving them fucked up drugs, and it's doing something weird to everybody, especially these guys that are on methamphetamines. Um,
And I don't know if you've seen people the Fenty Fold, what fentanyl? I think it's fentanyl. It's either that or like Trank or I don't know the names, guys. I don't do drugs. I don't know. Um, but you will I see people driving by and they're just like they're out of their minds. They're like hunched over. They're like almost falling onto the ground. It's really sad to see. Like it truly breaks my heart. That's somebody's child, okay? That's somebody's family member. They're loved by someone, okay? We can't just dehumanize homeless people because they're not, doing as well as the rest of us, they need help. And it sounds like they're getting the absolute opposite of that. It sounds like someone's just trying to completely get rid of them and use them for their own benefit, which is really scary.
like I've never seen people act like this doing methamphetamines in my life, ever.
How long you been on the streets for, man?
Here, altogether about 3 months. I've been in Austin a little over the year, but I've been out on the streets for the last 3 years of my life. I was in Amarillo, Texas before this, and Amarillo has none of these problems. It's nothing like this. You're just homeless, and if you're a drug addict, you're a drug addict. You're sitting on the street doing drugs. There ain't nowhere for you to go or nothing for you to do. Here, there's a land of opportunity, and what is it? There's over 6,000 homeless people in Austin.
There's more than that.
Okay. Well, right now, there's at least 225 people on the bulletin board up at Sunrise Navigation Church that that have just disappeared. Where'd they go? If you're out on the streets, dude,
That's a lot of people just disappearing like that.
you're gonna run into somebody that knows you that's gonna tell somebody, hey, so and so's looking for you. These people have just completely disappeared. And nobody can tell us why or where they're at.
Is that due to the current administration?
Just
tell me what you think. Just tell me what you think.
So.
Okay.
I honestly believe so.
And what would be the presence or the purpose of them taking these homeless people out of the inner cities?
I mean, to me, like if you read the thing that they're calling this new initiative is called the Hill Initiative, and that's what went into effect. And if you read it and stuff, it's displacing of people that have already been displaced. The whole concept of displacing us out of downtown is that more people will want to come to downtown if it doesn't have a bunch of homeless people hanging out in it. Well, you've taken everything else away from us, dude. We had encampments and shit that we could have, and they shut them all down one by one and drove us into downtown Austin. Now they're going to drive us out. Well, where are you going to drive us out to?
I wonder too, like what's happening with shelters. Like, are they overrun? Are they not taking in more people? Are they being shut down? I don't know what's going on with that. Let me know in the comments if you have anything to say about this. Seriously, let me know in the comments. If you know it, if you live in a city. I don't live in a city, so I can't give you like boots on the ground type of commentary here. I don't go out and talk to people like this man does. So I really wouldn't know. But I'm just curious, what about the shelters? I thought we had like soup kitchens, those kinds of resources to help homeless people.
Yeah.
There's
you guys used to camp
for us to go.
Yep. This is in real time. And I'm trying to like fact check you a little bit, but everything you're saying is spot on to what I've been experiencing. So, man, where does this end up?
The sad thing is I don't think.
I mean, that guy, is that an example of what you're talking about right there?
This dude walking right here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. That dude's been out here for a hot minute.
I know. I've interviewed him before.
Yeah, he's been out here for a minute, dude. But I run with some people that have been out here for a minute. And you know, it's easy to say, dude, that most of these people have mental health problems or were drug addicts or whatever. But you got to think, me and the dude I run with, we're in rehab, bro. And we decided, you know, I completed the program and it was time for me to leave. He got halfway through it and decided that was enough sobriety time. That's what he needed. So unfortunately, things didn't work out the way we thought they were. We ended up out on the streets. We watch each other's back. We camp together and shit.
So what happens if you and me go ask the security guard, why are people disappearing?
They ain't gonna tell you nothing, bro. That's just like last night. I tried to get a cop to help me, and he told me that's not what I'm here for, and walked off from me.
Gotcha.
Mm.
So I know some.
So basically, if you are really struggling with your mental health, like to the point where you're like out on the streets or you're struggling with getting sober, there's no help for you, is what I'm hearing.
People pretty high up in that regard. I'm going to ask them and see what's going on. Get to the bottom of this because this is insane. And it's moving quick.
Yes. And it's every day.
And it's not even televised.
Right. And
underground news, guys. Underground news. This is what you get when you have underground news.
Nobody's saying nothing. And this Hill initiative that Austin passed, dude, nobody said nothing about it until after it passed. Then they released the criteria for it.
That's been a common trend for at least the last 5 years. I've noticed that things will just somehow they get passed. I don't ever hear about it. I don't know about you guys. Like, I don't hear about people voting on anything. It just kind of gets passed. And then all of a sudden things just change and there's nothing you can do about it at that point because it passed. I don't know.
And if you go read it, it's pretty sickening. It really is. It's regentrification of Austin and wanting to eradicate the homeless.
Why don't we want to help them? I don't know. Why? Like, I understand, you need to help yourself at a certain point. And I understand, asylums, for example, that didn't work out very well because many, many people were abused in those situations. So, I mean, we really can't do better. I have a really hard time believing that nobody can come up with a better way to help people that are really struggling. It makes me sick. So what, we're just going to dispose of them?
Wow. Eradicate the homeless.
Yeah.
So this title is going to be People Are Disappearing, in quotations, eradicate the homeless.
And at the same time, dude, you can come up here, like after this library closes at 8 o'clock, all these benches and stuff is where a lot of us hang out. But there's 4 of us that have always hung out together, and we're either on those benches right there or over by the door, dude. And we watch people pull up and get into these SUVs and stuff that hang around here at night. Yep. And they leave and they never come back.
That's so scary. Where are they going?
Are you scared?
Am I scared? A little, man. To be honest, yeah, because you never know what they're going to do. Am I going to live my life any differently than I live it? No. But like I said, I've got people that hang out with me that I trust, and we watch our backs. I don't sleep by myself. If I'm by myself, then I just have to stay awake that night, with or without drugs. If I'm not somewhere where I know the people around me, or at least hung out.
You look paranoid to me, man. You keep watching your back. You keep,
I am paranoid. APD and shit, dude, like, they show up out of nowhere and they're liable to do anything to take you to jail. They're arresting people for nothing.
But you haven't committed one of these things that you're talking about, which is you're camping somewhere 4 hours, you're putting a tent.
No, I don't have a tent anymore. The city took that from me. When I do rest at night, I rest in wooded areas with other people.
So you're camping out here too?
I stay in well-lit public areas when I do have to rest or when I do sleep. And when I do sleep, it's normally between 6 and 10 a.m.
I visit some of the mega camps out here on the outskirts of Austin. 100 people camps.
Sure.
What's going to happen to those camps?
The plan is they're eventually going to go into the woods and start clearing them out. As far as I know, in South Austin, they already have. I met some people last night down at the transit center.
I remember they threw out, they took an entire 50-person homeless camp out of the back of the Home Depot.
Yes, I met.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I met some people that came from Oak Hill last night down at the transit center that had everything that they could salvage with them. They were just carrying it around, and they told me they'd been out in them woods for years and they didn't know where to go or what they were going to do. But the city came out there and demolished everything, just like cleared them out.
Wow.
So it's happening. I mean, which I don't understand. If they're in the woods, they should just leave them alone, dude. They don't want us out on the street in the public eye, but what's going to happen when you clear everybody out of the woods? Where are they expecting them to go? But the tensions are very high when you get down into Republic Square and stuff.
I was just there.
It in the mornings and when they feed, it gets very, very high. And it feels like worse than any prison riot I've ever been through.
Man, that's incredible.
What's the worst part about it is when they started this initiative, they took some of these guys, put some of these yellow vests on them that were us, that were sitting here being homeless with us. And now they've got clipboards and pens and they're coming up, asking us questions and telling us where the fuck to go. Like that
Oh, they got to be paying them to do that too. Wow.
shit ain't working either. It doesn't work when you just sitting here being homeless with me and now you're going to tell me how to be homeless? Nah.
Wow.
But yeah, it's getting ugly out here, man.
I don't even know where to go after this, man. I think this whole video should just be about disappearing people.
If you want to see it in action, come hang around this area, especially Seaholm, around 8, 9 o'clock at night.
So I'll see you here tonight at 8
Yeah,
p.m.
it goes on all night long, and you can hear people screaming like they're being tortured and all different sorts of shit.
Well, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to be here at 8 p.m. with this phone camera.
Okay.
And we're going to document this.
Okay.
Where are you going to be at for the next 4 or 5 hours?
For the next few hours, man, I'm going to be around just gathering up supplies.
Sniping?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Doing what I can do. Got to try to find my homeboy, bro. Got to try to find.
Well, let me let you go then, man, and then I'll meet you here back tonight.
All right, sounds good, bro.
All right, I'm gonna end the video there. I'm gonna do a part 2 of this because he had another video on his channel where he was talking to another guy and he was talking about the drugs that these people are getting and how he thinks it's massive doses of LSD that they're giving them and it's killing them or making them act crazy and then I guess they can just take them off the streets. It gives them justification to do that. It's really it's really scary too. They call it the HEAL initiative, like they're doing something nice and they're helping people. That just goes to show anytime the government says they're doing anything at all for your good, they're not. Okay? Just they don't care about you, they don't care about me, they care about their money. Okay? That's it. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I will see you guys in the part 2. Thank you for watching. Love you. See you in the next one. Bye.